गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परं ब्रह्मा तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. We are in chapter 18 of the Jnaneshwari Bhavartha Deepika and verse number 67, and here that is not there. One moment. Found it. Here, the last verse that we saw was Sarva Dharman Parityajya Mamekam Sharanam Vraja Aham Tva Sarva Papebhya Mokshayishyami Ma Shuchaha. So, we talked over three or four classes we have been talking about this verse. Sarva Dharman Parityajya. Whatever you consider to be your own duty, or whatever duties are there, whatever you think you have to do in life, achieve in life, perform in life, Sarva Dharman Parityajya. Parityajya here, if you have understood what Jnaneshwari Maharaj is saying, it is not to give up, but it is a mental giving up. It is not a physical giving up. And that mental giving up also, for a karma yogi, it will be giving up, will be equal to that he is performing all the actions for the Lord. A Kriya Yogi, a Kriya Yogi or a Hatha Yogi, he is performing all the actions to unite with the infinite potentiality, the energy that he has harnessed within himself. How has he harnessed? He has got a goal in front of him. The Karma Yogi also has a goal in front of him. The Hatha Yogi also has a goal in front of him. The Bhakta Yogi also has a God in front of him to whose name he chants incessantly and eventually surrenders. And the Jnana Yogi, he has got nothing. Yesterday we talked about it. He has got nothing to hold on. So here Bhagwan, if we have, now we are not in the Upanishad, we are in the Bhagavad Gita. Here Bhagwan from the second chapter onwards has given clear indication, and between the lines he has showed us who he really is. He is the manifest form standing in front of Arjuna as the charioteer on the battlefield. At the same time, in the 7th chapter, Sutre Manigana Iva, he is that substratum in whom everything is tethered. He is the material cause of everything. Then, as there it was told from a objective point that everything is just like everything is in the space is in everything. There it was told the whole universe is tethered in him, is strung in him, and he is in and through everything in the universe. And for that all the examples were taken. But then when we come to the Gyan Marg, Here we find the Arjuna, the seeker within us, coming to a knot. He is not able to work out where he should focus, what he should do, what he should not do, and all those exercises, because it's a dance. It's a dance of contradictions. Only through contradictions when we are coming on the path of knowledge, only through contradictions we can come to the truth. On one hand, your mind is extroverted, and the other, it is introverted. Between these two, you have to transcend. Because that urge to be introverted is only because you don't want to be extroverted, or you are being told, don't be extroverted, be introverted. So there is an opposite, there is duality. Truth is beyond the duality, or for that, what is required? A special type of mind is required. In Kathopanishad, we saw that mind is the only tool that we have to seek the truth. Yes, we are the truth, no doubt about it. Then why are we not being the truth at this moment? Why are you not directly experiencing or experienceless experiencing being the truth right now? Why? What is the reason?
We don't have that special mind.
Because we are expecting a result.
Good, he said, because we don't have a special mind. Yes. And he said, because we are expecting a result. In being, there is no expectation, there is no past and future. It just is. Expectation for a result is only in duality. This being that is our nature is beyond duality, in spite of duality. When we are speaking this language, in spite of duality, beyond duality, transcendental duality, this is being spoken to the mind, which is a product of duality, that hey, you have to think about something that is beyond. And he says, aprapya manasasa, I read it in Taittiriya Upanishad. So he is being cajoled to think beyond, but he has got nothing, he can't see anything, he can't catch anything there because of his objective pursuit. So here we have to be very, very careful in this path. We are towards the end of the chapter, and there the end game, because many people can find it difficult, challenging to be subjective. See, we think we are the problem. I think all problems come to me. The husband troubles me. When the person is saying the husband troubles me, who is the person who is troubled? It is not the woman, it is the wife. The children trouble me. It is not the woman, it is the mother. So this discrimination we don't have. So we are so lost in playing the objective roles that we have forgotten what is the substratum here of all the roles, which is the woman. If you be the woman, then what will happen? Then Jiva Bhava will start expressing, not the ego. Because then you will understand these are only roles. Okay, play it and move on. So therefore here Bhagavan told out of compassion to Arjun. What did he say? Just 1 minute, let me go back. The big commentary. Sarva dharman parityajya. And before that he said, where was that? Yes. Tameva sharanam gaccha sarva bhavena bharata tat prasadat param shantim sthanam prapyasi shashvatam. This was told And then he said that because I love you, I'll give you a sure short mantra because of the support. And what is that support? He said, Man manaba bhakto madhya jimam namaskuru mame vaishyasi satyam te pratijane priyosi me. Because I love you, I feel like pouring everything into you, and therefore it was told here in the 65th verse that one must offer their mind and their activity and their everything, and to as if to recapitulate that, Bhagavan again mentions Sarva Dharman Parityajya Mamekam Sharanam Vraja. Don't just think Man Manabat Bhakt, just don't offer my mind. No, I'm offering my mind, and then doing what? Going with the action is going to the temple, action is thinking of the Lord, but it doesn't stay there, it gets carried away. That I have to do this, I have to make breakfast for the children, I have to make lunch for the husband, I have to do this, I have to. So many things are there. This is just one. We have to go to work. All that. So then he said, Sarva Dharman Parityajya Mamekam Sharanam Vraja. That anyone who gives up all his responsibilities, duties, whatever he thinks that he has to do at Manasa Vacha Kaya level, if he surrenders it to me, Sarva Dharman Parityajya, Mamekam Sharanam Vraja, that he comes to surrender at my feet. Now this is not an ego trip. This is not an ego trip. Because who is speaking? Bhagwan is speaking. Who is Bhagwan? First decide. Is it your stone Bhagwan? Is it your picture Bhagwan? Or is it the Bhagwan as he knows himself? Have we known him? That we can pass a comment that he is very egoistic, saying that you surrender to me? See, we cannot understand until unless we don't merge into him and lose our individuality completely. Till then we cannot understand what the Lord is saying. We can have appreciation of what he is saying, in what flavor he is saying, in what manner he is saying, with what bhav he is telling, where is he located in himself, what position he has taken when he is saying these words. We are only, because of our mind which is functioning in duality, we only take the position. Oh, it is the form of Krishna which is standing there. He is also an individual. Arjuna is also an individual. How can individual Krishna speak these type of words? That's blasphemy sort of thing. And there are many people who have written commentary like that also. And they condemn. But we are not here for that. So here, where are we? तो सर्व धर्मान परित्यज्य मामेकम शरणं व्रज अहम त्वा सर्व पापेभ्यः मोक्षयिष्यामि मा शुच. If you understand aham tva sarva papebhyo, if we have just now we mentioned that mind is the only tool that we have to contemplate on the truth. This subjective objective is only for the mind. It is not for the Paramatma. It is not for for anyone else. It is for the mind. So that mind, to him, what is the reason that the mind is incapable at this moment to express the divine, which is always? Why? Because of the dirt on the mirror of the mind. And what is that dirt called? That is called too many thoughts or desires, whatever word you may use, samskaras, vasanas, all these different things are there. So Bhagwan says, aham tva sarva papebhyo, I will remove everything that is coming as everything that which is creating distortion in your mind about yourself. Aham ta sarva papebhyo. So that, what is pap in this particular verse? What is pap? pap is that thought or that disposition which takes you away from the divinity that you essentially are. That is pap. So essentially you are the unified principle, and relatively you are living in duality, accepting the world, and you are a part of the world. So this is pap. Don't worry about the regrets and everything. This is the pap. That self-forgetfulness is the pap. So Bhagwan says, I will remove aham tva sarva papebhyo. I will remove every sin, every pap, everything in your mind that is keeping you away from me. But when you do everything for me, when you do sarva dharman parityajya, when you perform at a karma level, that's why how I started today's class. When you perform at karma level, you perform all actions for my sake. At bhakta level, you remember only me. At jnana level, you meditate, contemplate only upon me. See? So in this manner, the Lord has given us assurance that and this is the way to sublimate the mind. See, we are not here to fight with the mind because it's the only tool. It can think. It has thought that it is an individual, that this world is real. Now it has to think something different. Otherwise, if it keeps thinking what it has been thinking, it will keep getting the results that he has been getting. So some different thinking is required. That different thinking is Bhagavad Gita. That essence of Bhagavad Gita, Bhagwan in a nutshell is telling to Arjuna, Sarva Dharman Parityajya, leave everything, come to my Sharan. I will take care of everything. He told before also, Ananyaschintayantamam, but there we didn't listen. Or we listen, but we are still in the process of purification. So he is reiterating it again and again. Aham tva sarva papebhyo moksha, and I will deliver liberation to you. Now, if you think of God as a entity, then it will be sarupya, salokya, sanidhya, whatever different sa, that type of mukti. But if we are subjective, we are the Uttam Adhikari and we are subjective, then there is no rebirth after that. When we have become sarupya, salokya, etc., then we become the instruments in the hands of the divine. And if he sends us to the world. Because he is everything. He is the world also. He is the creator also. He is the material also. So he is passing, he is in and through. Everything is he only. But somewhere unnecessarily you have started believing that you are separate to him. So once you become one with him, then he is playing with himself. Where are you left? You are nowhere. So what he does with you is what he is already doing with all the saints and sages who become intoxicated in the remembrance of that divine consciousness, in whichever manner you want to associate with it. And in this way, where are we? 67, right? In this way, we come to the 67th verse. It says, Idam te na tapaskaya, idam te na tapaskaya, na bhaktaya kadachana, na bhaktaya kadachana, na cha shushrusave vacham, na cha shushrusave vacham, na cha mam yobhya suyati, na cha mam yobhya suyati. Together, idam te na tapaskaya na bhaktaya kadachana na cha shushrusave vachyam na cha mam yobhyasuyati. He says, never is this to be told by you to a non-ascetic, nor to one who is not a devotee, nor to one who does not wish to hear it, nor to one who cavils at me. So here Bhagwan is giving a caution. If you have understood what happens as a result of this, of understanding Bhagavad Gita, many people want to write their own commentary. Many people want to go and show off to people how much they know. That this has clicked, that has clicked, I know this. And when does that happen? After a bit of spirituality. Then it starts. Or they dress up in the manner that is respected by the society, and then their word, because they know if they dress up in that, some matras here, there, and the janeu and topi and this thing, and then suddenly now they have become upholders of the religion, they have become knowers of the scriptures, and whatever they say becomes the Lakshman Rekha, that becomes the norm. And they have the gift of the gab also, so they get away. And there are many like that. So here Bhagwan is saying that with this knowledge comes responsibility. And this responsibility is, I'll give you some examples. What is that responsibility? Hiranyaksha was well versed in scriptures. Hiranyakashipu was well versed in scriptures. Ravana was well versed in scriptures. Kumbhakarna was well versed in scriptures. Vibhishana was well versed in scriptures. Vritrasur was well versed in scriptures. Bali Maharaj well versed in scriptures. That was our tradition. That was our tradition. See? Vivekananda, Chinmayananda, Ram Sukhadas Ji Maharaj, and so many other masters. They have gone, maybe it's the need of the times, they have gone out and propagated the Bhagavad Gita to the masses. To the masses. But their teachers, the teacher of Swami Vivekananda, who was he? Ramakrishna Paramahams. Ramakrishna Paramahams. Did he go anywhere? Did he teach anyone? No, he stayed where he was. If someone came with the urgency to know, the response will come out of him. Tapon Maharaj, who was he? The guru of Swami Chinmayananda. Did he go anywhere? No, he never came down below Uttarkashi. Either Gangotri or Uttarkashi. These two places he used to stay. He never advertised, please, I have studied the scriptures well, I have got realized, now please come and listen to Bhagavad Gita, I speak well. No. Never. He stayed in this small kutia, and if people came, he will test whether they are capable, whether they are qualified to know, and then after having tested, then he will accept them as I'm using this word, accept them as a student, then he will take interest in them. Because many people, you know, in our class also, so many come, so many go. How many have stayed back? She has got no choice, it's her house. She has got no choice whether she likes it or not. So, the traditional way, the traditional way. Even a great master like Swami Chinmayananda, having developed such a huge organization towards his end, he told our Swamiji in Calcutta, he's walking in the garden, he put inside all cacophony, people asking only problem. Swamiji was there. He says, come, let's go for a walk. He just left everyone there, walked out. He says, I should have listened to my Guru Maharaj. What is that? What did Chinmayananji had to listen from Tapon Maharaj? Tapon Maharaj said, don't go out there in the world. The world is like what? Someone tell me. It's like the crooked tail of the curled tail of the dog. Even if 10 years, whole life you keep it in a pipe, it will, the moment you remove the wire, again. The world is like that. Tapon Maharaj never came down. He never got involved in anyone's life. But Chinmayananda, sitting there along with Tapon Maharaj, contemplating very nice thoughts. What is the thought? Oh, Ganga ji is starting from the Himalayas, but it goes and serves the entire country. It quenches the thirst, it irrigates the land, it provides the waterways, etc., etc., etc. My life will also be like that. I will also go from the Himalayas and serve the society, only to be rubbed by the society and then in the end say these words that I should have listened to my master. It's not, they will never write it down anywhere in the books. Why? Then the whole purpose of the mission will be lost. How will they collect money?
But our lives have been improved now, Swami.
Immaterial. If the mission was not there, still it would have been improved. Still it would have been improved. Your attention is on some place. You think there is a dearth of teachers in this universe? It will come. When I was young, 40 years ago, teachers used to come in my meditation and guide me. I did not study any scriptures that time. I did not have any Guru Maharaj. I did not know that, yes, we have read Guru Shishya Hona Chahiye, but I have never come across any teacher. But they used to come when you are meditating. Distinctly. They used to tell what has to be done, and I used to follow that. So, our thing is only physically we want teachers. There are other ways that the teachers appear. If you have heard about, I'm just digressing a bit. If you have heard of Mahavatar Baba, the teacher of the teacher of the teacher of Paramahansa Yogananda, Paramahansa Yogananda's teacher was Yukteswar Maharaj. Yukteswar Maharaj's teacher was Lehdi Mahasaya. Lehdi Mahasay's teacher was our Mahavatar Baba, who is still alive in the Himalayas. And I have met many masters, many seekers also, who can vouch, and they have been themselves guided. All they have done is remembered him. And he has come and guided them and told them what sadhana has to be done. One of them is our Shri M. You must have heard of Shri M. He is also guided by that Mahavatar Baba. One of his avatars I met in 1980, Heda Khan Baba. So, point that we are making here is we don't have to go and search for the knowledge. Knowledge, you be a seeker. You prepare. What is preparation? Purify. And the teacher will come into your life. The knowledge will come into your life. See? So here Jnaneshwari Maharaj says, we said now, so all these things are there. I just giving you a overview of what, now let's see what Jnaneshwar Maharaj says here. तरी तु वाहे जे पार्था गीता शास्त्र लाघले आस्था ते तपोहीना सर्वथा सांगावे ना हो अथवा तापसुही झाला परी गुरु भक्ती जोढिला तो वेदी अंत्यजू वाळिळा तैसा वाळी ना तरी पुरोडाशु जैसा न घापे वृद्ध तरी वायसा गीता नेदी तैसी तापसा गुरुभक्तिहीना का तपही जोडे देही भजे गुरुदेवांच्या ठाई परी आकर्णनी नाही चाड जरी तरी मागील दोन्ही अंगी उत्तम होय की रजगी परी या श्रवणा लागी योग्यू नो हे. He says, O Partha, the son of Prithvi, Prutha is Kunti, another name for Kunti, and from that name Partha has come. Kaunteya. So similar from Prutha, Partha. And that Prutha is the Prithvi. It comes from Prithvi, who is grounded. O Partha, you should not impart this knowledge of the Gita, which you have secured with great devotion, to one who is devoid of austerity. What is devoid of austerity? Devoid of? What is austerity? What is the meaning of austerity?
Dharma.
Huh? Google, correct meaning.
Devoid of austerity is to be abundance, right?
Austerity means who shares everything that he has with others.
Austerity is Nastic, Swamiji.
No. That is Wikipedia. Some idiot must have
No,
written.
I am just guessing.
No. See, he is doing austere penance. Who has done tapasya? Okay. Yes, austerity is tapasya. And what is tapasya? What is tapasya? Tapasya is done at 3 levels. Manasa, vacha, kaya. So here the Gyaneshwari Maharaj is saying that with great devotion to one who is devoid of austerity, he who has not done tapasya. What is tapasya that we are doing? If we are doing a tapasya of being a dutiful family person, that is tapasya. You are not going anywhere away from your duties. You are ever committed to whatever the duty. If we are committed to the truth or we are committed to the Lord, everything, all distractions may come, but we will not let the name of the Lord slip from our mouth. We will not forget Him. So that is tapasya. At the mind level, we are ever in contemplation of for the union with the divine. That is austerity of the. In the end, what is tapasya? In the end, tapasya means giving up of the I and being the infinite I. Giving up the individual I, dissolving the individual I, and being in its place, transforming instantaneously into the infinite I. See? That is tapasya. So whatever level you are at, we are not judging. Bhagavan is not judging anyone. He says anyone who is dedicated, living a life of dedicated focus, that is tapasya. Then for that person, because he is focused, because he is diligently doing what is required to be done in their life, whatever they have accepted they have to do, then when you give the knowledge, and then he will catch it, he will be available to it. Or we can also say it in another ways. The austerity is the person who is only seeking the truth, only to that person the truth must be talked about, because Upanishads should not be given to a person who does not have in his heart the dispassion towards the world. The basic requirement of a student who comes to the Upanishads, and Bhagavad Gita is the essence of all Upanishads. So the basic ingredient, Samit Panihi Shrotriya Brahmanishtham, Samit Panihi. It is told that the person who considers the whole world as the dry twigs, that's why he's carrying the dry twigs, that my mind has become completely free of all moisture. That means free of all attachment. Moisture is attachment. My mind has dried up. There's no likes, dislikes. There is no axe to grind in the world. I left everything. I have assessed that it is not going to be able to satisfy me. Now I come to you, O teacher, please teach me. See? But in Bhagavad Gita, we are taking a different, it's coming from confusion. It is not coming, he has not worked it out. See? So that could be another austerity. So don't teach if a person is not ready. Don't teach if a person is not prepared. If you give a small child, you see what is happening in America? The gun is being given to everyone. Huh? So what is happening? Young kids are taking gun to the school and they have got no discrimination. It's only a toy for them. And in a fit of anger, where the mind is not disciplined, they have got no responsibility, they have not been told what are the repercussions, and he takes the gun and shoots his friends. Similarly, Bhagavad Gita in the hand of Ravana is a disaster. The Bhagavad Gita in the hand of Hiranyakashipu, what does he do? He removes all the statues of Narayana and he puts his own golden statues everywhere. Makes the entire universe pray to him. If you don't pray to him, you don't deserve to live. Does God behave in this manner? No. Bhagavad Gita will empower a Rakshasa also, Sur and Asur, both. Not Rakshasa, Sur and Asur. Which way do you want to mold your mind? Here it is saying tapasya will be, austerity will be when the mind is introverted, when the mind is thinking about something higher, to such a mind, that mind which is seeking liberation, to that mind which has done tapasya, some sort of focusing, concentration, etc. To such a mind, when this knowledge is presented, given, shared, then it will make a positive impact in their life. Even if he is an ascetic but is lacking in devotion to his preceptor, now here he is saying what is the tapasya? But tapasya is your love and surrender and ability, readiness to change for the teacher, whatever the teacher is teaching. There's two things that we have in life. There should be two things, readiness and ability. A readiness to change and ability to implement that change in your life. Right? You must be ready to marry and be able to condition your mind to be a married wife and behave accordingly. See, a wife or husband. See, even if he is an ascetic but is lacking in devotion to his preceptor, you should shun him, as the Vedas have ostracized the members of the low caste. So who is the low caste? Low caste is not by birth. Our Vedas do not talk about people born as Shudras, as low caste. A person may be born as a Shudra, but if he has a focused mind and he has got a great capacity to take in the knowledge, then he transcends. He can be a Brahmin. He doesn't, because he's born in a Shudra family, he doesn't continue to be a Shudra according to our scriptures. So every child is born a Shudra. Someone has become a carpenter, someone has become shoemaker, someone has become a farmer, someone has become a businessman. Nowadays, so many are joining psychology and getting confused. Some of them they have studied Sanskrit, studied some scriptures, given up everything, become sannyasis. They are pursuing the truth. The choice is given to everyone. What do you do with that choice? How do you channel your energies? How do you channel your energy? That is tapasya. Channeling of energy. Channeling of your focus. Wherever there is focus, the energy will move there. And here he says, if he is an ascetic but is lacking in devotion to his preceptor, you should shun him, as the Vedas have ostracized the members of the low caste. Low caste means tamasic thinking. It is not a group of people. No, those who have low thinking, those who can think only up to the skin. They cannot think beyond the skin. Only skin. Then what do these people do? They spend hours in front of the mirror. Lipstick, makeup, that one hair they will be putting it in place. See? So such people who are just living at body level, that is not tapasya. That is indulgence in the body. Such people, the Vedas say, do not entertain. Sacrificial food which is left over should not be given to a crow, even if he is old. When is the food given to the crow? Only at Shraddha. And what is the saying goes? That if the crow comes and eat it, the Yamraj has accepted the prasad, the food. See? So the tradition says that the sacrificial food, whatever prasad we have given to the Lord, that should not be given to the crow, even if he is old. Compassion at the right place. It should not be wrongly placed. See? This is what people do nowadays in the name of, secular. They will not do Shraddha. But they will, instead of feeding the Brahmins, instead of doing the Shraddha, in the memory of their whoever has passed away, they'll feed the homeless people. They'll feed the beggars. What these people are going to bless you with? That Brahmin who you invite, he has not become Brahmin just like that. He has studied the scriptures, he has done the pujas, he is following the tradition. He may be corrupt. But still, he has practiced a lot. And even if he gets something as dakshina or food, he will bless you only and go. He has not become a Brahmin just because it popped down from the sky. No. We are talking from not traditional Brahmins. Nowadays, Brahmins are by birth. And they do pujas without believing in God. Such people are here in Melbourne. They do pujas, but they don't believe in God. They have had arguments with me. No, Krishna is not there. Why? Because they have studied British history. They are old. No, Aryans were not Indians. They came from outside and educated the Indians. They are completely brainwashed by the Max Muller and the other, and the like. And even if he is old, so the teaching of the Gita should not be imparted to one who is austere but is not devoted to his guru. So second quality is told now. Tapasya should be there, but that tapasya should be coupled with devotion to the guru. And what is devotion to the guru? It's not blind devotion. What is the devotion to guru is being a good disciple. What does good disciple mean? What does good disciple mean?
Following what the teacher has.
Exactly, following what the teacher is teaching. And what is the teacher teaching? The scriptures. If scriptures are teaching Tattvamasi and you say, no, Dehamasmi, Dehasmi, Dehosmi. Yeah, problem. So we must, instead of arguments, instead of unwanted, illogical discussion, our attempt should be, if this is, because teacher is not bringing anything personal in it. He is teaching what the scriptures are. He has studied from his teacher. His teacher, it's the parampara which is coming. So he's got no axe to grind for himself. He only wants, when he's teaching, he's only wanting your goodness, that you come to realize that which is mentioned in the scriptures. See? So he does not need your devotion. No teacher needs any student's devotion. That devotion here, it is told, is to prepare. Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja aham tva sarva papebhyo moksha yashyami ma shucha madhyaji mam namaskuru. So that is told so that the student gets prepared. See? Sun doesn't need Om na tatra suryo bhati na chandra. Sun doesn't need that mantra. The sun doesn't need Om Dinakaraya Namaha, Om Suryaya Namaha, Om Bhaskaraya Namaha. He doesn't need it. He is already that. Then why are we chanting? We need it. So that our mind becomes bright as the sun. Our mind needs the Gayatri Mantra so that our intellect becomes bright as the sun. Sun doesn't need that mantra. So this tapasya. So first doing the yoga, controlling tapasya, very simply put, controlling the senses, controlling the mind. With that control of senses and control of mind, in whichever way you have brought it about, with subtle ways or very terrible ways, but and also be having a guru who has guided you to do that, or you have done that on your own by some inspiration. But now we must also have, because that harnessed energy, that withdrawn senses, that focused mind, which has that humongous potentiality lurking within you, if it is not given a right direction, it will destroy you. So a guru is required to channelize that energy. That's what we do when all the energy of the small child running here, running there. You think, man, how does this fellow doesn't sleep whole day? How does this fellow doesn't get tired? See? And then once you see that he is running, now you give a football in front of his leg so he learns how to kick. Then you put some obstacles on the path, he learns how to jump. So slowly you are increasing his ability. So same way the teacher also presents it in such a way that the best out of the student comes out. But for that, the student must be available. That is devotion to the guru. Continuing, even if a person is perfect in these two respects, but is not earnest about hearing it, he will be entitled to respect among men, but will not be eligible to hear it. So, even if a person has done intense yoga abhyas, tapasya, he has a guru, but he has got no urge to listen to the scriptures. You understand? How many people have come and gone from our class? They stay for some time, then they go away. Some people come first time, they are not able to digest, they go away. See? Some people have been listening for years, chanting the name for years, meditating for years, and then they give it all up. Why? Why do they give it up? Because they don't have they may be having a teacher also. They are in samadhi also, but someday they get up and then they say, no, I have wasted my time for 30 years. This teacher has not given me realization. A teacher cannot give you realization. Suddenly the mind flips. Or they are just disinterested. They want all this focus and single pointedness. They want the devotion, they have devotion towards the teacher, but they want something in the world. They want siddhis. They want powers.
Expecting a result.
They want powers. They want name and fame. See? And this is the drawback. So if you are finding yourself in a spot where you are interested in listening to the scriptures, you are cut above all these fellows. But I did not do any tapasya. Don't worry. Maybe you have done it before in past life. Important is interest and a deep pull of your heart towards the scriptures, towards the Guru Maharaj, towards the Lord. What is it you don't know? Just like you don't know why you like bitter gourd. You don't know why. Why you don't like cauliflower? There's no reason. I don't like it. Story over. It's not a cultivated habit. It's just not there. See? So when we find ourselves having this deep interest in the scriptures, understand you are one of the few. Now don't, I am one of the few, Nahi. Be humble. So here he says, but is not earnest about hearing it. What is not being earnest to hear it? Earnestness here is you are sitting on edge, relaxed and 100% available to the satsang. You may be sitting on the edge of the seat, you may be listening to the satsang, but you have a cup of tea in your hand, gone. Not qualified for studying the scriptures. Why? Water is more important, quenching of thirst is important, but quenching the Atma is secondary. See? Or when this thought comes, the Swamiji uploads it anyway, so we'll listen to it afterwards. See? I'm not telling you guys, I'm telling others. See? So keep building up the urge to be the truth at any given moment. The urgency must be there, and that urgency must not be corrupted by anything. Not by hunger, not by thirst, not by comfort, not by heat, not by cold. What are the six urmis? At the body level, heat and cold. Do not be disturbed, don't react. At the breath level, hunger and thirst. Don't be disturbed by hunger and thirst. At the mind level, by joys and sorrows, which are the result of likes and dislikes. Don't be disturbed by them. Then what do? Sukha dukkha samay kritva labha labho jaya jayo tato yuddhaya yuddhasva na shochati na kankshati. Remain equanimous. That is earnestness. I want that the word that comes from the scriptures through the mouth of the teacher, when it falls on my ears and appears as a thought in my mind, at that very moment, everything is over. I don't collect it like a monkey. Monkey, you know what monkey does? Eats, fills up, keeps it all here, and then afterwards it takes out a little bit and chews and eats. No, we are not like that. And what are we? We are also like that. YouTube here, YouTube there, that lecture, this lecture, that lecture. And then one opportunity comes, everything, amalgamation of everything that we have heard, ulti, vomit it out. See, that vomit knowledge is called Taittiriya Upanishad, the vomit of Taittiriya. That whole Taittiriya Upanishad is a vomit. When we take it, we'll explain. See, continuing. मुक्ता फळ भलतैसे हो परी सुख नसे मुख नसे सुख नसे हो परी मुख नसे तव गुण प्रवेशे तेथ काई सागरू गंभीरू होय हे कोण ना म्हणत आहे परिवृष्टी वाया जाहे झाली तेथ धालिया दिव्यान्न सुवावे मग जे वाया धाडावे ते आती कान करावे उदारपण म्हणवनी योग्य भलतैसे होतु परी चाड नसे तरी झणे वानी वसे देसी हे तया रूपाचा सुजाणू डोळा वोढवूये काही परिमळा जेथ जे माने ते फळा तेथची ते गा. Jnaneshwari Maharaj says that even if the pearls are precious but have no holes in them, will you be able to thread them? Who can deny that the sea is deep but does not the rain falling on it go waste? Why not offer sweet dishes to a hungry person rather than waste it on a person whose belly is already full? Jnaneshwari Maharaj is addressing the situation at that time. So here, what is the point of having the pearls if you have not threaded them and used it for your benefit? How can you use the pearl? What's the point of carrying it in your pocket? If it has a hole, then you can thread it and have it around. People can appreciate it is there. You can show it off. Otherwise, it is there. It is hidden. You can't use it. The other example here is taking here that on the sea the rain is falling, but all that water which is falling on the sea is just going waste. It cannot be harnessed. No rivers of fresh water start there. It doesn't collect together. It also becomes salty. Similarly, why not offer sweet dishes to a hungry person rather than waste it on a person whose belly is already full? Why give it to a person just because he is because you r- many times, today only we were discussing. I went to Pune once, and one person used to live wherever we used to stay in Delhi. They were on the top of the floor, third floor. Young boys. Now they are married, they have got kids, and somehow I went to an ashram in Miraz, near Miraz, between Miraz and Sangli. So I used to play as a small kid in her lap, 1.5 year old, and she was a great sadhaka. She was given sannyas by Swami Shivananda himself. I'll tell you her story another day. Malti, Swami Malti. And he must have met me there, and he said, okay, come over. Now he's calling me at in the morning. He says, why don't you come over for coffee? Are you free in the daytime? I said, yeah, I'm free for in the afternoon. I'm in someone's house, I'm free. He says, you come at 3 o'clock, 2:30, 3 o'clock for tea. I said, why not lunch? कोकणस ब्राह्मण था. कहता है नहीं चाय के लिए चलेगा. मैंने कहा नहीं, मेरे लिए आई एम ओके विथ फूड ऑल्सो. See, in the olden times, or even today, if you go, this is possible only in villages, not in cities. What is that? Before the food is served to the family, children, husband, parents, etc., first the food is fed to an animal, to a cow. Then if some mendicant is going around, in villages still there are many sadhu babas who pass by, bhavati bhiksham dehi, so they will give the food to them, then they will partake of the food. Then it has become purified because it has been offered to someone first. But what do we do? This fat belly is not told to someone, it is your own. See, look at this. So first we want to feed our belly or our near and dear ones, then we want to feed someone else. So here he says, don't do that. Similarly, because if a person is already full, it's going waste. Continuing waste on a person whose belly is already full. Take care not to impart, even out of curiosity, this teaching of the Gita to a person, however worthy, if he has no liking for it. If someone is wanting to know Bhagavad Gita for the heck of it, because they want to take the mickey out of you, because they don't respect it, they don't think it is the words of the Lord himself, they don't think that it is a divine message. See, the basic ingredient for us to imbibe the teachings of the Gita, or I should say, the teachings of the Gita to be imbibed are directly proportional to your deep surrender, devotion to Bhagavad Gita, your deep respect and reverence to Bhagavad Gita. Teacher is only a medium who is putting those words of the Gita to your ears. See? You don't, but people do mistake and fall in love with the teacher. You must be dedicated, respectful of the teacher. But more than that, it should be for the scriptures and the Lord. All three are important. I am not saying Guru is any less. But the right Guru will come into your life if the earnestness is there, the respect and reverence is there to know the Bhagavad Gita. See? And that's what Jnaneshwari Maharaj is saying here, that if a person has got no liking here is, he's speaking in simple language for the village folks. In other words, respect and reverence. Mahapurusha Sanshraya. Why should we study Bhagavad Gita? Because so many great masters have studied Bhagavad Gita and got realized. Who am I to even discuss whether Gita is good or not? Whether Gita is divine or not? Who am I? I am nobody. So until and unless we do not have this feeling of reverence, whatever we have reverence for, we will pursue it. See? Why divorces happen? Because the husband and wife have got no reverence for each other. Respect and reverence for each other. If they have respect for each other, they don't call them by name, they love and respect, it will continue. There was one family, one young couple means they were in their 30s, and they came to Swamiji. Swamiji, we are on the verge of divorce. I don't know why this is happening. The girl came. Husband didn't come. Wife came. And she knew Swamiji since she was born. Husband has come only now, lately in his life, in front of Swamiji. But he knows the girl for so many years. She says, I don't know why things are, every day we fight, every day we do. He said, he has been to their house for food also, everything. स्वामी जी तो उस्ताद हैं, उस्ताद समझते हो, master. He says, I will tell you. What is it he say? No discussions, no question, no discussion. No argument, no discussion. I'll tell you. Then it's up to you what you do. He says what? Stop calling your husband by your name. Stop calling your husband by your name. She used to call him, hey, जो भी उसका नाम है, ये कर, बर्तन धो दे, ये हमको शॉपिंग करना है, उसके नाम से बुला के उसको लेके जाती थी. You call him by name any time? Never. तुम बोलते हो? हाँ, तू बोलती है. बेचारा. But within 3-4 months, the whole atmosphere in the house changed. Initially she did because Swamiji has said so. Because she trusts, respects, reveres Swamiji more. She started, as she started using, अपने मराठी में क्या बोलते हैं, अहो, हाँ, ऐसे, and stopped using the name. He was also surprised, but he liked it, male ego. And all arguments stopped. Yeah, happy family. And they only told me this. Then continuing, the eye can appreciate beauty, yet what is the use of placing sweet scent before it? How beautiful example. The sweet scent has to be put in, fragrance has to be put in front of the nose, not in front of the eye. Similarly, you have to put the Bhagavad Gita in front of the right person, not in front of the wrong person. Yet what is the use of placing sweet scent before it? A thing becomes fruitful only when it is received with a liking. Here he is using the word liking. We will keep using the word respect and reverence, respect and reverence, respect and reverence. Then if you have love, respect and reverence, then that Laila also, who's so ugly, becomes beautiful for the eyes of the beholder, for Majnu. See? Next, 96. Where are we? मणौनी तपी भक्ति पाहावेते सुभद्रापति परिशास्त्र श्रवणी अनासक्ति वाळावेचिते नातरी तप भक्ति होऊनी श्रवणी आरती आरती आथी ऐसी ही आयती देखसी जरी तरी गीता शास्त्र निर्मिता जो मी सकळ लोकशास्ता तया माते सामान्यता बोलेल जो माझ्या सज्जनेसी माते पैशून्याचे निहाते एक आहाती तया ते योग्य न म्हणा तयाची येर आघवी सामग्री ऐसी जाणावी दीपे वीण ठाण दिवी रात्रीची जैसी. He says, where are we? O husband of Subhadra, Subhadrapati, O husband of Subhadra, Subhadra, who was Subhadra? Sister of Lord Shri Krishna. So he is endearing him. O Subhadrapati, even if a person practices austerity and has devotion, avoid him if he has no liking for hearing the Gita. If he has no respect and reverence for the scriptures. Look at that, that fellow who is in Malaysia, who knows the Bhagavad Gita, but what does he use the Bhagavad Gita for? For only condemning it. For only showing the Hindu people down, the Sanatana Dharma down, not to revere it. Another Asur. Even if a person possesses all these three things, what were the three things? Penance, austerity, tapasya. Second was Guru Bhakti. And the third, love, respect, reverence for the Bhagavad Gita. Even if a person possesses all these three things, namely austerity, devotion and liking or respect, reverence for hearing Gita, but talks disparagingly of me, who am the author of this Gita and the controller of the universe, or reviles me and my devotees, he is not fit to hear this teaching. Now, what is the fourth? You have done the tapasya, you have Guru Bhakti, and you have liking to study the Gita. But you don't like the Lord who gave the Bhagavad Gita. Meaning, you don't love the divinity. You don't love divinity. Bhagavan says, he reviles me. I was giving you that example before, that people talk of Bhagavad Gita, talk of Krishna, do the puja, but they don't believe in. They think he's just another person. If they have changed, I am happy for them. If they have changed. I am talking about 30 years ago, 27 years ago. See? So they are doing Satyanarayan Puja, they are doing Ram Navami, but they don't believe Ram is God, they don't believe Krishna is God. Then why are you celebrating? Why are you talking about Bhagavad Gita to others? Why are you doing puja from house to house? Why? If you don't believe them, why are you doing it? Ulterior motive? Corrupted mind? Attention not on the Lord, but on what? Cash. Easy money. No, not easy money. Tax-free money. And more, and as this momentum builds up, there is something else called that which propels these people. Lokeshana. One is Vitteshana, I told you this. The other is Lokeshana. What is Lokeshana? The desire for name and fame. So many people are talking, what a wonderful puja you did. You don't believe in God, you are doing puja. But that name, now God becomes secondary for you. They find also such people. For them, that person becomes important, God becomes secondary. See? Here he says, he is not fit to hear this teaching. Even if he is equipped with other qualities, it is like a lampstand without a flame. Huh? So your back is straight, your voice is resonant, you are talking beautiful words, huge gathering listening to you, but you don't have love for the Lord about whom we are talking. Kya majedar, how he is putting it across. Continuing 1500. अंग गोरे आणि तरुणे वरीले इले आहे लेणे परी ये कलेनी प्राणे सांडिले जेवी सोनयाचे सुंदर निर्वाळिले होय घर परी सर्पागना द्वार रुंधले आहे निपजे दिव्यान्न चोखट परी माझी काळकूट असो मैत्री कपट गर्भिणी जैसी तैसी तप भक्ती मेधा तयाची जाण प्रबुद्धा जो माझयाची का निंदा माझीची करी या कारणे धनंजया तो भक्तू मेधावी तपिया तरी नको बापाड इया शास्त्रा आतळो देवो. He says that just as a beautiful maiden is decked with ornaments but has no life in her, in other words, a mummy, not you ladies, the mummy in the pyramids, fully decked. They found so many, but no life was the point. Same way, here he's saying that with ornaments but has no life in her, or a beautiful mansion is guarded by a female cobra at its entrance. Beautiful house guarded by cobra. What is cobra nowadays? Security camera. Nobody can come in. The moment you come, so Atiti Devo, no guest can come in. What Devo Bhava? Please take appointment. Who will take appointment? Cobra at its entrance, or delicious dishes are mixed with venom, with poison, or there is deception under cover of friendship. Friendship is there, but you want to get the better out of your friends. So the austerity, devotion and understanding of a person who reviles me and my devotee is full of deceit. So having tapasya, guru bhakti, liking for Bhagavad Gita, but no love for the Lord or the devotees of the Lord. Such people are the Ravanas and the Hiranyakashipus. Where did their knowledge come from? It came from the scriptures only. They studied the Gita, not the Gita, but they studied the Upanishads. Yet, Ravana's army used to kill all the sannyasis, used to destroy the havan, the fire sacrifices, used to burn away the ashrams. How can a person who is well versed in the scriptures, who has composed Shivatanda Stotram, commit such crime? Such are these people. So the austerity, devotion and understanding of a person who reviles me and my devotee is full of deceit. Therefore, O Dhananjaya, do not allow such a person to have anything to do with this scripture. Don't share it. It is not our responsibility to share it with other people. It is our responsibility that if someone comes with deep respect and reverence for the scripture, to teach them. See? See? She has been studying Sanskrit how many? 7-8 years now? 7-8 years. I never asked her. She was getting ready. Then one day I just asked her, what did you say? I can't remember. But she's enjoying it, I hope. She teaches Sanskrit now. Why? She has love for the language. She did not teach before. Why? Because she was still feeling she was not good at it. But that feeling is always for everyone until you don't give it a go. If the love is there for the language, then ways of expression also come. You find ways, solutions. See? So same thing. One priest is here, Swamiji, he lost his job. So I said, we used to he used to come to the satsang, and he said, Swamiji, what do? I have retrenched, I'm at this age now, nobody will employ me, and I get tired at working in the machines and all that. I said, he used to do pujas at home, and he used to invite me. I said, okay, do pujas, go, don't charge, takes dakshina. And he started. Now he is so busy, he has got no time to come to the class. He is so busy, he does not have time to come to the class. He used to come in between. Then one day he says, Swamiji, puja is also going on. Now what do I do? I said, now you start taking, you are well versed with Ramayana. He says, yes. I said, you take Ramayana. Wherever you do puja, say a few words of Ramayana. Slowly, you will start getting the hang of how to speak. More importantly, love for the Lord. He has that. He is a Ram Bhakta. And now he is everywhere. Not for lectures, but I have introduced him places where he gives lectures also. But now he is doing the Sundar Kand, he is giving Ramayana lecture here or some satsang there. But pujas are also, because that's a way of surviving. Good. देखो कैसे पकड़ता है. But this is possible only if you have love for the Lord. Merely mimicry of the words, by hearting the words and throwing it out of the mouth, that is not going to last for too long. Continuing the last 4 verses. Kaya bahu bolo nindaka yogya srashtaya hi sarikha gita he kavatika lagi hi nedi म्हणवनी तपाचा धनुर्धरा तळी दाटोनी गाडोरा वरी गुरुभक्तीचा पुरा प्रासादू जो झाला आणि श्रवणच्छेषा पुढा दारवंटा सदा उघडा वरी कलशू चोखडा अनिंदा रत्नाचा. He says, where such a reviler as great as God Brahma do not impart this teaching to him even out of fun. So here Bhagwan is, because he is the father of Brahma Vishnu himself, who is the creator of this creation. He says, even if Brahma ji does not respect, means speaks bad about me or about God, about that Bhagwan, whose speech is this Bhagavad Gita, do not narrate the Bhagavad Gita. Don't let the words of the Bhagavad Gita fall on the ears of Brahmaji also. O archer, O Arjuna, Whoever has, after laying the foundation of stones in the form of austerity, has built a temple in the form of devotion to his preceptor, and after building a beautiful dome of gems in the form of non-slander, keeps open the front gate in the form of keen desire to hear the Gita. He continues. These are the 4 points now. What are they? First is he who has done great austerity, tapasya. What is tapasya done for? Tapasya is done for harnessing the energy and purifying the mind. Second is great love and dedication towards respect and reverence to the teacher, to the Guru Maharaj. Third, love, respect, reverence for the scripture, Bhagavad Gita. Fourth, no bad mouthing the Lord who is the originator of the Bhagavad Gita. These 4 things. And non-slander. And the fifth point, having done these 4, if this is your disposition, keeping open the front gate in the form of keen desire to hear the Gita, meaning keeping your ears, mind completely open, not expecting anything, but only keeping it open so that you are washed. Your mind is washed, your vision is washed, your senses are washed, your intellect is washed by the words of the Gita, and purification takes place. Then what happens? Yahidam paramam guhyam madbhakteshvabhidhasyati bhaktim mai param krutva same vaishyatya sanshayah. We'll look at this verse number 68 in our next class. Prepare these 4 points within yourself, these 4 dispositions, and the Lord will choose you. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.